Back in '94, I'm going to look at it with Karen here, and we're going to go through qualifying, looking at Ayrton Senna's car.
We are, Damon. 25 years ago, I mean, it wasn't a great car at the start of the season. This was the opening race back then at Interlagos. Obviously, we're coming towards the end of the year now. But let's play it through, because I mean, it was a very quick lap from Ayrton back then, wasn't he? His last pole position here in Brazil.
Yes, blistering lap, and of course he actually out-qualified me by a second and a half, which is a bit of a shameful thing to admit, but he was Ayrton Senna and he was on home turf, and his car was very, very difficult to drive. You can see he's, the picture is shaky, but that's usually the camera actually is not as good as in those days as it is now, but even so, it was a very bumpy circuit.
Well, that's it. You know, the camera angle is obviously to the side, but you could still see his hands, just how hard his hands are having to work, and his head is bobbing around.
A lot of kickback on the steering, you can see it juddering around, and so it was a fight. We hadn't quite got the setup right, but I mean, Ayrton managed to wring time out of any car he got his hands on, and I have to say it was more of a battle for me. I didn't get a good qualifying, and I had to face up to the fact that I'd just been out-qualified by that margin, massive margin, by Ayrton Senna.
Did you get out of the car at the end of qualifying, look at the data from this lap and just go, wow, I can't do it?
No, I never actually thought that I couldn't get close. I mean, I don't know why I qualified a second and a half. There must have been some sort of problem. Maybe I'd left the handbrake on or something. I don't know. It was a bit of a shock. But I mean, no, Ayrton was Ayrton Senna. That's why he was. He did that to a lot of his teammates and actually shocked the hell out of them. But not one of my better performances. But I did get closer to Ayrton later on. But of course, sadly, we didn't find out what would happen over the season.
All right, listen, thank you very much for having a look at that. Simon, back to you.